So chances are your earnings recovery should be quite near.
Inshallah.
The way things are going. You put all the measures in
Yes,
place.
yes. And not only that, in FGV, we also have undertaken a transformation program internally, in fact. So we streamline all our activities inside FGV. We have changed our business model. You know that we're more cluster-based at the moment, more profit-centric in every cluster that we have. We also streamline all our procurement mechanism, and we've seen that in procurement alone, we're going to get an improvement of 50 to 60 million ringgit. But just by streamlining the process into a central purchasing mechanism. So we're doing everything internally to make sure that these things are being done. Then we also implemented this big bang approach in our plantations. Means that we find a best practice, we implement immediately throughout the whole plantation at once. So everything we are going to a transformation program concurrently this year. Yeah.
With all these measures that you've taken, what kind of improvements in pre-tax profit margins do you expect? I mean, I'm talking about pre-tax profit over revenue kind of thing. Do we see a very substantial improvement?
I would say, good. This after years, all based on commodity pricing, you see. But based on quantity production, we've seen a lot of improvement coming in. You see, at least about 5 to 7% production improvement has already been seen at this moment. You see. So if you can see, of course, I can't tell you CPO pricing, but from there onwards, we're quite happy what's happening internally. In fact, our mechanism of even simple thing like loose fruits capturing, Last time we just have workers just going, we even now put netting to make sure we don't lose any loose fruits. To that extent, we have gone to capture all of our operation activities.
I mean, based on the Bloomberg poll, I think they are looking at kind of flat earnings this year. Is that achievable? I mean, I think they're talking at about 3% increase in the average estimate that Bloomberg had.
And based on what CPO price is it?
I don't know what they use it because they have the estimates that they have from all the analysts. And I think the estimate was something about 3% higher than your net profit.
I will prove them wrong. I'll be higher. I'll try to predict higher than that.
So expect higher than 3%.
It depends commodity pricing. But quantity wise, I know.
Based on today's pricing, do you think you can achieve that number?
Which number is it?
The 3% increase in profit, in net profit.
I don't know what was pricing they were using, but let me come back to you on that. So let me do a bit of calculation. Today's pricing is what?
2172 recently.
2172.
2172. There's a high possibility, yes.
You're looking at spot prices, is it? Because if you look at futures, it's about 2 something now.
Yeah, 227, isn't it?
227.
Maybe you want to mention about the increase of 100
I did.
ringgit or
Every 100 ringgit.
It's in the press release that you sent.
oh yeah, we signed the press release 150
Means it's about 150
yeah 150
million in terms of revenue.
But the good part is that our internal operation improvement is showing results on our OER, our production, our utilization of our meals. So that is something that I've seen an improvement already.
So in your opinion, your current share price of 162 doesn't fully capture
Definitely it doesn't. I think it's very undervalued. I urge everyone to buy the shares. And it's definitely undervalued, comparable to any other plantation companies.
And it's because of what? Misperception of the company, you reckon?
I think it's a couple of things. Number one is that it's a bit of a perception base of this company. And even today, I read the paper, somebody was saying that FGV is buying hotels. We never buy hotels. I don't understand this issue of hotels and FGV. We never go into any business that's non-core to us. So that perception builds up after that. Then I saw an article, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Somebody was saying that we are now going to a property management in Australia. What we want to do in Australia, I'm not sure actually. We had a business over there on cattle, if you remember. And that's it. That's why I go to Australia, to look at the cattle business, but never into any other aspects of it. So perception is something that really is affecting us a lot. And I hope I can change the perception by meeting up with our shareholders and many investors and tell them what we actually do.
What they've done.
Yeah. And people don't understand that we have got the best R&D in the world as far as palm is concerned.
Yes, yeah, what you've done to arrest the decline in your earnings and, to improve your outlook.
Sorry?
What you've done to arrest the decline in earnings.
Because we've improved internal operation tremendously. The one thing that I've told many people is I cannot do something is that I got to do my replanting. I cannot stop this replanting. It's affecting me definitely on my capex. It's affecting me on my yield coming down. Of course, I know that. Actually. But other than that, everything that we do internally is improving our production. We use what we call as a comparable average estate per estate. As a whole company average, of course, it comes down because of my replanting. But if you take plantation over plantation, you can see the yields are basically increasing.
What's your average capex like on an annual basis?
Most expensive capex basically is the replanting. It's about 280 to 300 million compared to where we're doing the replanting. So other than that, it's not much huge capex that we have over here. But besides our maintenance, because we had a flood recently, so roads, bridges have to be redone again. So that has increased a bit of capex.
So that shouldn't have been a problem. You wouldn't have a problem financing your capex through your
Well, one thing I'm assuring you all is that we have no problem paying our dividend too, right? So we are going to continuously pay dividend to our shareholders.
Oh, one last question. On your non-core assets, if you were to sell all of them, how much do you think you get out of it?
It is, I can't give you an exact figure.
Ballpark
But-
numbers would do.
Depending on when I am disposing, which
Assuming
we
within
are
this year,
we are
next year.
in fact disposing this year, you can get about 200-300 million from there.
That's for the North American assets, but
No, I'm talking about the non-core asset. We have none, right?
Okay.
Non-core is nothing to do with my value chain. The Canadian one basically is a
That's
non-performing
a-
asset.
Yeah. This non-core assets, it comprises of what?
We have a travel agency. We are running. It's a profit making, by the way.
Uh-huh.
We make good money in our
So
travel
it's a
agency.
travel agency and what else?
We have our IT Pro Data, which also has got business outside of FGV, which also is a money making company. We had an engineering company also. Right? We have one, and some other minor businesses. We have education, some education business,
Wow.
and
Didn't realize you guys went to so many small
I mean, they were at that particular time. They were reasons doing it. I mean, it could be the right thing to do, right? But right now, we're focusing on the value chain. So we believe that the value chain is what we want to focus on.
And you're looking at ballpark numbers of what? 250 to 300?
Yep.
That's ringgit, right?
200 to
Ringgit.
Yeah.
200 to 300 or 250 to 300?
250, 300. Hopefully, it's more.
It's the same. Ballpark numbers anyway, so that could change. Depending what you say,
Yeah.
timing and all that. I mean, market conditions better, you get better
Correct.
So you get that, you get another 500-600 million from this North American. You close to $1 billion.
What do you think?
He lost 1 billion, so I can say billion. So that means you may not need to even go to that market then.
I'm not saying I would not. I'm just saying what is
May not.
best for FGV.
But you've been telling everyone though that you definitely will go to that market.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever it is, I guess you need to preserve first, right? That goes without saying. But how are you going to reduce your preserve?
That's something that we are internally now modeling out.
Which bank will be lending you the money?
We're getting various proposals from so many banks. We haven't sit down and evaluate them, but we'll definitely get the best one, the cheapest one.
I also want to ask, because when you first started asking for RFP for your Sukuk program, what was the idea behind wanting to do this Sukuk program? It was last year, right? I remember.
The idea was actually to grow the business. That was the idea.
So build money for your war chest kind of thing.
It's not like a war chest lah. It's basically to look at acquisition, and rather than wait, and then we thought of having a Sukuk and then look at acquisition. We were bidding, actually that time also we were bidding for NBPOL, I'm sure you know.
Yeah, no.
So that was the reason behind it also, right? Because we didn't get the NBPOL.
Yes.
And everybody thought it was cheap, at 25,000 per hectare.
But I guess they're more integrated, right? With the moments and all stuff.
What is it?
They're much more, their operations are more integrated.
What? They're not integrated. There's only 70,000 hectares of land with one refinery over there, one refinery in Liverpool, right? If you look at it properly, why would somebody see that particular asset was cheap
At that time,
at that time? Right? Because the CPO price was running $1,000 US. You know, it's all got to do with how you pitch it. Now, at this particular price, what do you think the price would be? So this is a way people say, how do you evaluate?
So I guess given current market conditions for CPO prices, you didn't get such a bad deal after all.
If I bought this deal when CPO price was 2006, I don't think people will sell it to me.
No, they won't.
Exactly. So if somebody also asked me, hey, why don't you wait, buy it next year? Yes. What's going to happen next year actually? When the CPO price was 2005, nobody will sell it to me. And why would somebody sell a piece of land that is that huge? They will sell me a 5,000 hectares land. So all these are the questions that we got to be very careful, because at the end of the day, timing is very important. We got it. We got a good partner. We grab it now. What if somebody else goes down there and offer a better price at maybe 18,000 USD per hectare?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you for your time.